We need our oxygen masks first. Amid the confusion, I have a forced moment of solitude. I cannot see, I cannot hear, and I cannot breathe. I'm isolated in one of life's brief pauses, and adrenaline compresses my thoughts into an instant. This isn't the first time I've been in an out-of-control aircraft. It isn't the first time I've flown without all the information I need. It isn't the first time I've come breathtakingly close to disaster. My thoughts are distilled to their simplest form: good news versus bad news. Bad news first. With this fierce, abusive shuddering, I'm not sure everything we need to stay in flight will remain attached to the airframe. This might be the day I meet my maker, face to face. The good news? We're still flying, so it's time to get back to work.
My earliest memories are of wide-open skies. Big and blue, they sprawled over the small town of Farmington, New Mexico, where I was born. It was a land of painted mesas and arid plains boasting gorgeous sunsets and moonrises. I guess when you're little, you're always looking up. But it was my parents that I looked up to first. I remember thinking how tall my dad was and how well he could whistle. These were superhero qualities in my eyes. When I was a toddler, he managed a bowling alley, and Mom stayed busy managing a house of 5. Dwight was my older brother by 13 months, and Sandra, my sister, was born a year and a half after me. From the beginning, we knew Sandra wasn't like everyone else, but it wasn't until she was 9 that she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. As I started school, we moved to a 5-acre farm near the farming and ranching community of Florida Mesa, Colorado, just outside of Durango. There, Dad worked as a caterpillar operator, grading country roads and making ski runs for Purgatory Resort. He was gone from home far too early each morning and came home far too late and seemed to always be working. But he found time to make child-size wooden guitars from strips of plywood, nails, and thin silver wire. My siblings and I took these treasures to our hideouts, where we strummed and sang like it sounded good. Mom and Dad bought a couple of cows, a Guernsey and a Jersey, that added to the cream sales. They took turns milking morning and night. Mom separated the cream from the milk and sold it, and that bought piano lessons, a true luxury for Dwight and me. The day we got our piano was the first day we heard our mom play. It was drop your lunch pail beautiful, even to a first grader. When Mom was a kid, she took lessons from Mr. McTaggart, who had been educated at Juilliard. We took lessons from the same Mr. McTaggart for 3 years. Each day we had to practice our piano before we could go out to play. Mom sweetened her practice before play rule by saying, "Piano practice will make your fingers faster. You'll be able to catch more frogs." In our home, you could change instruments, but you could never quit. Mom was always cooking or canning, milking cows or feeding chickens. She also sewed most of our clothes, and if we needed a tractor driver while we loaded hay, then she drove the tractor too. To this day, I don't know how she did it all. Childhood was happy because my family was happy. In the 1960s, we were a family ahead of its time. We lived on less, not because it was trendy, but because my parents believed in living on less than they made. We ate organic, not because it was in vogue, but because it was healthier and cheaper to raise and can our own food. Farm to table was real in our house. We were perpetually raising a runt piglet and calf. To keep questions about what happened to pork chop or T-bone to a minimum, Mom and Dad made sure a new runt piglet or calf appeared as the older one got bigger. One of the runt pigs we took under wing was cute, clever, and comedic in that she loved chewing gum. When given a piece, she would pace and stamp at the screen door of our house with impatient little pig grunts, wanting to be let in. The family would gather for the show, then open the door while one of us gave a running commentary on her actions. After trotting in, she would set her haunches down in the middle of the hallway rug, put her nose straight up in the air, and smack loudly with a concentrated joy. Then, when the flavor was gone, she'd spit it out and head back outside. When it came to chores, Dwight and I...